This week, a European pastry finds a new home in the capital city at the Collage Kitchen. Plus, Grandma's famous pies are served up hot and fresh at Elsie's Plate and Pie. And it's a doubleheader of po' boys and pearls with Creole creations and the Mestizo Market. Then we revisit one of our favorite segments featuring our favorite foods at Stabs in Central. As we bring you the latest in all things entertainment, this is MyScene TV. Exploring food across the capital city, I'm Javon Hamilton, and this is MyScene TV. Collages are a pastry descending from the collage of Central Europe. They're everywhere here in Houston where I'm filming, but a native of the Space City has brought the delicacy to Louisiana's capital city via the Collage Kitchen. I spoke with owner Will Edwards to learn more.
My name is Will Edwards. I am the owner of the Collage Kitchen here in Baton Rouge, and been here for about 4 years. We opened our first location on Nicholson Drive near LSU, and our second one here on Jefferson Highway. Collage Kitchen is like a quick service bakery cafe, is what I call it. We serve fresh food throughout the day. We have drive-thrus, so we strive on being quick, convenient, and affordable, and just something different for this area. I grew up in Houston where there's lots of kolache places. They're not exactly like mine, so we added stuff like breakfast tacos and lunch items to be more full circle cafe. The students at LSU really caught on quickly with the affordable products and the quickness, so it's kind of just caught on from there. So the first location, it's about 0.8 miles from LSU. It's right outside of campus. When I started with my business plan when I was at LSU, I knew that if I had something near LSU with a drive-through, that it would be a perfect opportunity for us to do well. Both locations are attached to gas stations, so kind of the gas station brings us business, we bring the gas station business, so we kind of feed off each other. But it was just a perfect location. We do really well on game days for the football games because all the people come and park and walk right by us, and we're kind of like a stopping point before they get to campus to get some food. I always knew I wanted to do something on my own, and when I came to LSU, I saw the lack of kolaches and quick service breakfast. So that's what inspired me, because I saw the opportunity to do it. And you know, kolaches, we compare them to pigs in the blanket. So we have a signature dough that we do different kinds of fillings. We have like a sausage and cheese, bacon and cheese, boudin, and it's all stuffed inside of our fresh dough. We do breakfast tacos, empanadas. It's all like quick service, easy to eat products, so you don't need silverware for most of them. We like to strive on being fresh. So they started off as like a wedding dessert in Central and Eastern Europe, and mainly just pastries with fruit fillings, cream cheese, poppy seed. Poppy seed's not very popular over here, so we they just kind of transitioned into more meat and cheeses when a lot of the Germans settled in Texas. They started doing sausage and cheese, bacon and cheese, and just kind of throwing meat and cheese in it, and it just kind of kept progressing to Houston, and it's really like a Central and South Texas product that I just saw the opportunity to bring over here. So the rolling pin was an idea I had before I opened the first store. It was like I wanted to do it together. I wanted to be able to have something that we could do mobile, because food trucks were getting really popular in Baton Rouge. We do catering for corporate events. We'll go out to festivals. You know, they reach out to us and tell us we have 100 employees. We'd like you to come out and serve breakfast tacos or kolaches. We go out there and do that.
The Collage Kitchen has gone on to open 2 new locations in New Orleans.
We have a website. It's collagekitchenbr.com, or just Google Collage Kitchen and you see where our locations are. We have a website with a full menu, information on hours. We have a catering menu, so if you have any kind of events, you can reach out to us and we can take care of you. I'm Will Edwards with Collage Kitchen, and this is MyScene TV.
Tex-Check cuisine right here in South Louisiana. That was Will Edwards from the Collage Kitchen with 2 locations in Baton Rouge and 2 more in my hometown of New Orleans. And you can view their menu and book the rolling pin at thecollagekitchen.com. Next we drive up the road for pies in the form of a meal at Elsie's Plate and Pie coming up.
Special thanks to The Exchange. Fill your capital city needs for vinyl records, CDs, DVDs, vintage video games, and more. And E. Eric Gayrard Injury Lawyers. Take the pain out of your personal injury problems with the E Guarantee.
eGuarantee.com. Get the E Guarantee.
Government Street is the creative heart of Baton Rouge, home to some of the finest galleries and the best restaurants. One in particular focuses on sweet and savory pies, directly inspired by the family matriarch. I spoke with Chef Paul Chauvin Dupre of Elsie's Plate and Pie to learn more.
I'm Chef Paul Dupre. I'm the owner and chef of Elsie's Plate and Pie. Elsie's Plate and Pie is we're still a fairly new restaurant in Mid-City Baton Rouge. We're serving up sweet and savory pies to the Baton Rouge area. Our focus is Cajun food, and we're trying to put our own little spin on that. The journey really started almost 2 years before we opened. You know, it's every chef's dream to, of course, do your own thing, your own way. I'd been doing it for other people for, almost 20 years, and we finally just decided that the time was right to move on our dreams. Mid-City, and particularly Government Street, has been going through a lot of changes lately, and becoming something different than maybe it was 10 years ago, and it's still undergoing those changes. My wife and I, we actually live just a few blocks away from the restaurant, so this is very much an investment in our own neighborhood, not just where do we think would be a successful location. Our menu is fairly large, but it kind of focuses, of course, on the pies, but also just on Louisiana style cooking. So, one of our big sellers is chicken pot pie, but we try to do a very Louisiana inspired chicken pot pie. So ours, it has roasted peppers and tasso. We use smoked chicken in it, and we try to put, some of those flavors that everybody loves. And people often ask me what my favorites are. And a lot of times I just tell people, it's kind of like picking, your kids. You have to love them all. And when my wife and I were developing the menu, our mindset was to have every single thing on the menu something that we would enjoy eating. Elsie, my grandmother, she taught me to make pies, and she was a fantastic cook, but even beyond that, and really before that, she was a teacher. She was literally a school teacher, but then, she taught, numerous people in the family to cook different dishes and to do different things. My grandparents, when I was growing up, had a big farm, and so, we were always there. We would help, we were shucking corn and, cutting okra, and, it was, even as kids, you were given a task, and it was a hands-on experience, and that was one of the things that we loved. And so teaching is really, I think, a huge part of her legacy, and just the love of teaching and teaching people to love what you do. And that's something that even with my staff, teaching them how to do the things that I know how to do and the things that she's taught me, and teach them not only to know how to do it, but to love what you're doing. Anybody that's creative just kind of gets bored easily, and so you're always like, okay, we did that, we're comfortable with it, now what can we create next? And so we're always going to be coming up with, you know, new desserts and new dinner specials, so we're always going to be trying to, you know, develop the next thing that, that people can look forward to. Call the restaurant, you can, you know, come in, sit down, have a meal. You can look at our menu on our website and get in touch with us through there as well. I'm Chef Paul Dupre with Elsie's Plate and Pie, and this is MyScene TV.
Sorry for the technical difficulties there with the audio. There's nothing like taking family recipes and making them into something even bigger for the public to enjoy. That was Chef Paul Chauvin Dupre with Elsie's Plate and Pie on Government Street. And to learn more and view their full menu, visit elsiespies.com. Next is a doubleheader with Po' Boys and Pearls from Creole Creations and the 3rd annual Mestizo Market. Stay tuned, this is MyScene TV.
When you see me on the screen, I'm telling you about things that you can do and find in Southeast Asia. But at the moment, we're going to talk about shopping local and buying local, because we here at MyScene TV want to keep the integrity and the view and the look and the things that we love about Louisiana. And we cannot do that if you don't shop local. So please, go out, go to your neighborhood restaurant, neighborhood bar. Maybe you find a brand new friend, someone you never even knew existed in your own city. So please, from all of us here at MyScene TV, shop local and support your local businesses.
Much like the game preserved last episode, you never know what you'll stumble upon just by walking outside. After finishing a different story for us, your girl Latangela Faye took us on a last-minute field trip to a food truck serving Louisiana soul food. Then we take a hop, skip, and a jump to Acadian to shop local art at a place that's best known for Louisiana Mexican cuisine and cocktails. It's the doubleheader that you've been waiting for with Creole Creations and the 3rd annual Mestizo Market.
What you say? Nah, it's your girl Latangela, and you know I had to make the field trip downtown Baton Rouge. Now listen, I'm trying to see what's popping off in the capital city and surrounding areas. So if you have somewhere on the taste of Tange, hit me up, Twitter alert at Latangela Faye, and tell me what block should I do a field trip to. Cause you know with MyScene, we're pulling up on the scene and we're strolling down the street real slow. And you know what? I found a food truck, Creole Creations. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm Chisa Louise Adenso, owner of Creole Creations. It's a family affair, mother and daughter, duo or trio. And then I also have my newborn baby. So just trying to do it for the family and bring Baton Rouge, well, great food to Baton Rouge.
Now tell me a little bit about it, because I know it's from Louisiana with love when you're talking about Creole Creations. And of course, by being a family business, everybody's putting their heart, their sweat, their tears into this. But who's putting some in on these recipes? Who can I trust with these recipes?
Most definitely my mom, Latrice. She is most of the person with the recipes. And I also have some family, my Uncle Eric, my Uncle Fred, they all help. So like I said, it's a family affair. We've been doing this for years, but we actually took the idea from being just a dream and made it reality with the food truck.
I love it. Not only are we talking about the entrepreneurial spirit, we're talking about a family that's pulling together, and the community really needs to see more of that. And I know Peanut's sitting over here being the best taste tester in the world. I mean, you just sitting here just as good. The song come on, like the song, we're jamming. The food is coming out. It's starting to smell real good. If you had to pick your favorite off of Creole Creations menu.
I'm a shrimp po' boy lover. So I love the shrimp po' boy, and I also love the gumbo. I'm a gumbo.
Wait a minute now. Now
today, but normally when we're around on downtown, we have different times where we'll serve gumbo when it's a little cold outside. But I think that those are number 2 favorites for me.
Now, do you do catering? Can we get you to do an event for us? Any festivals that may be coming up?
We do catering. If you are interested in any catering, you can contact us at info@LouisianaCreoleCreations.com. And then we do have some upcoming events. I haven't locked any in yet, but we should be doing some around town and out the outskirts of Baton Rouge.
That's right. Make sure you hit them up at Creole.Creations, that Instagram. It's a family affair, and thank you so much for allowing us to pull up on the block and find out a little more about Creole Creations. It's your girl, LaTangela, with MyScene TV. You heard me? Wait.
Hey, I just want to welcome y'all to Mestizo's 3rd annual market. This is a great way to showcase some local artists and vendors. Come in, sip, and shop, and just see some great things from local vendors throughout Baton Rouge. We've got everything from jewelry to wood pieces to children's items to local artwork. I mean, it's a great place to come and just get up some local gifts for Christmas and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself with local friends and family.
How you doing, Kendra? This is a good night tonight. This Mestizo market has been going for 3 years now, right? Correct?
Market. It's our 3rd annual market.
I know that you and Jim are very excited about this. I'm excited to be a part of this. I came on board last year, and it was a huge success. I mean, I was very excited to see new people here, new faces. I mean, how'd you come up with this idea?
We started doing it 3 years ago, and it was a really big success the first year, and then we just decided that we would do it again for the 2nd time, and we just keep doing it. It gets growing and growing.
It's growing and growing. I mean, you put a lot of love into this whole situation right here. I like it. I know one of my favorite artists here named Kareem, and he's been selling art like crazy on this side over here. You can see what he has to display for everyone. One of our favorite artists, Miss Betsy Williamson, is right behind us over here, and she has some fabulous things to bring out. So we'd like to continue this again next year. So what are your ideas for the 4th year?
We definitely want to make it bigger, keep it growing, and maybe mix it up with some more local artists.
Yes.
You know, maybe have some new people and some
new people,
return people. I think it'll be good.
And Jim, how do you feel about this, number 4?
I'm ecstatic. It's a win-win. It's a win for the restaurant. It's a win for these local vendors. What I always say is most of these people here, this is their side gig. And so for them to come and get exposure, the restaurant gets exposure. It's just it's a fun night for people just to come in and relax and enjoy themselves.
No, and it makes it a win-win too, because everyone here is local. Mestizo is local, these vendors are local, and we're in Baton Rouge, so we support Baton Rouge. Thank you very much for coming out to see us tonight, and we'll see you again on the next year.
We're a city known for our art and food, and one needn't look any further than Creole Creations and the Mestizo Market. Creole Creations is eager to cater or serve your next event, and you can contact them at info@LouisianaCreoleCreations.com. Mestizo Market happens every year, but you don't need to wait another 5 minutes to try their exclusive Louisiana Mexican cuisine. Visit them at 2323 South Acadian across from TJ Ribs and view their full menu at MestizoRestaurant.com. Next, we dig into the MSTv vault for one of our all-time favorite segments, Stabs in Central. I can actually smell it. Oh my God. That's next. But in the meantime, I encourage you to follow us across our various social media sites. This is MyScene TV.
It's your girl, Deshay Laveau with MyScene TV. We cover your entertainment news here and everywhere. But MyScene TV was born right here in Louisiana. So if you're looking for world-class fun with a little Southern charm, it's time to visit Louisiana.
Stabs is home to some of the finest cuts of beef and the most exceptional seafood dinners in the area. Our Angela Francis took us there to try for ourselves in this MSTv classic.
Hey everyone, Angela Francis here once again with MyScene TV. We're at Stab's Steakhouse and Seafood here with Mr. Kevin Kimball, our general manager. We're so happy to have you here today. Say hello to everyone.
Hello everyone. Thanks for having me. This has been great.
I mean, we have a beautiful restaurant here. It's very intimate. Tell these guys how intimate and how special and beautiful this place is.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. The wrought iron, it doesn't feel like a restaurant, you know, when you come in. It's a very intimate, homely setting. The staircase on the inside, the wood floors, the cypress beams in the bar. It's a beautiful setting. You feel like you're in the middle of the French Quarter instead of out here in the community of Central.
Without all the noise.
Definitely without all the noise.
When you walk into the restaurant, it literally smells like you're at home, besides all of the smells in the kitchen. You know, you have that coming out on the trays. What's your crown jewel? Like, what's your most shining glory of your favorite thing about this restaurant?
Well, it'd be two things. One is that rosemary pear martini when they light the rosemary and come to the dining room, and that sets the tone, and you smell the fresh rosemary, like, oh wow. And then here comes the Cajun rub New York strip, done in the cast iron skillet, and the aromas that mix into the room. It's just fantastic.
We have some great dishes. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Well, you saw the New York strip in the kitchen, and that's fantastic, and that's our crown jewel. But it's the little things, you know, the bringing back a seafood of the shrimp cocktail. Bringing back a shrimp cocktail, you know. I mean, this has been a joy of a dish. These big U12 fresh Gulf shrimp with the 3 different sauces. Who thought French shrimp cocktail could be so exciting again? The seafood beignets, you know, they're a little bit more dense than what you would think a traditional New Orleans beignet is, but it's such a delightful dish, and that white remoulade that it sits in is just the perfect accompaniment. You know, the thing about being out here at Stab's in Central, we're 8 minutes from I-12 and O'Neill Lane. We're not right next to Egypt like people think. And when you drive up to the restaurant, especially at night, and you see the ambiance of the neon signs out here that Stab's, it just glows red, beautiful, out in the middle of the country, and the fire fountain in the courtyard. It transports you into another place.
It does. It's like Vegas in New Orleans, mixed in one, right in the beautiful countryside setting of Central. It really is.
You know, the guys that you work with, the chef and the sous chef, they do such a great job of seasoning profile with every item. The menu that we put out here really leaves nothing to chance. Every single item has its own unique identity, and that's something that gets overlooked a lot in the business.
This is definitely a mainstay here in Central. This is the place to be seen at. I'm telling you.
Stab's now has 2 locations, Stab's Seafood and Steak in Central and Stab's Prime on Jefferson Highway. You can view each menu at stabsprime.com and also stabscentral.com, as each location has its own selection. But now it's time to grab your phones, grab your MacBooks, grab your TVs, because it is social media time. That's right, you can check us out at MySceneTV.com. Our social media hub on Facebook, pictures in and around the Baton Rouge area on Instagram, full episodes and these stories on YouTube, and we also have a Twitter and a MySpace aimlessly floating around somewhere. So you definitely want to check those out. And until next time, when we get on a little drink, I'm Javon Hamilton. Now I'm excited. And this is MyScene TV.